Panama City Toyota, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Lights, camera, action.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Do you know who I am?
Live and local inside the J. Michaels studio.
People know me.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub, I'm full of water. I say hot tub, stay hot tub. Gonna get you hot tub. I'm gonna make it wet. Say hot tub, rubber dub in the hot tub, rubber dub with me. Chugging the hot tub.
Yeah.
Really make me sweat.
Yeah.
Chilling in the hot tub.
Yeah. Get in.
Make me wet.
Yeah.
Well.
Will. I always remember that. Sounds like Nixon. I'm not a crook.
I love that the first thing that tests our headphones every morning is you yelling and
Screaming in our ear.
Yeah.
You notice he doesn't have his on when he does that.
I know.
I got a headache this morning.
You are a headache.
I am a headache. I don't know if I'm wearing that today. Hey, listen, we want you to please help us out. If you would, GoFundMe, John Smitty, Smiddy. John will have his cancer surgery soon, really soon.
Really soon.
So we'd ask you, please, to go give. He's got liver cancer. It's going to have surgery, and it's going to be gone for a while, so we're going to be all praying for him. But if you could, Glenn, bless his heart, helped out this morning. If you could help in any way, we certainly appreciate it. GoFundMe, John Smitty, Smiddy. And we used to spell it Smitty for a lot of years.
You used to spell it.
That was a witness protection program.
What's up, man? I hadn't seen you guys in a week. Brian, how was your trip, Big Daddy?
interesting.
Did you have fun?
I did.
Was it hot?
Actually, it was hotter in New York than here.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
That's kind of hard to believe, but
But in the concrete canyon up there, the wind was kind of blowing through. So it was tolerable.
did you feel safe?
I don't think you ever feel 100% safe in New York. I probably didn't make it better by taking that unlicensed cab from Javits to LaGuardia, who took me on a tour through Harlem and Spanish Harlem. But I mean, other than that, no, it was actually that was one of the coolest things because I got to see the Apollo, the Cotton Club, stuff I'd never seen before. But yeah, it was a good time, and New York's New York. I mean, there's no place like it, good and bad. There's no place like it.
The Apollo, the music being played there is incredible. That's amazing. That you were.
I've never seen it.
Yeah,
I've never seen. Well, trust me, I didn't know I was going by there either, because as I had maps on, I'm like, LaGuardia is this way, and we're going another. It's like I've never kidnapped and robbed a guy, but if I were going to do it, that might be how.
They might have been. I heard they were taking males.
That guy was great. I mean, he really was. He was. If the Iron Sheik, the wrestler, had come back to life, that was my cab driver. He was hysterical. Nicest guy in the world. Took me on a tour that I didn't ask for, but that was all right, and we had a good time. So.
And Glenn?
Yes, sir.
Glad to have you back in here. Beautiful. You look gorgeous today.
Glad to be back.
You look good. You're looking good. Better looking every time I see you. It's amazing.
It's good,
We got some Glenn Manley news coming up. So I can't talk about it now, but in the future, there was something happening.
What's that?
An exclusive on Glenn Manley.
Glenn Manley. Yeah, well, you have to leave it right here.
That's
Bicentennial.
scary. That's what that is.
That's it, yeah.
And you were up in.
I was up in actually north of Nashville, Springfield,
Oh,
Tennessee.
did you have a good Father's Day? I didn't even get to talk to you.
I did, yeah. I tell you what, I went with, I actually was up in Nashville, Springfield, and Coach Wilson and his family, they kind of took me in, and I celebrated with them. It was great,
Yeah.
And so it was a lot of fun. Springfield's a nice place. We had their 14th annual golf tournament for the football team, and so what they do is football players on each tee box, and you talk to them, and then one of the football players will write you a thank you note, and then of course the booster club sends you a nice letter in an envelope.
That's pretty cool. They do it the right way.
They do it the right way, and he's a big FCA guy, and it's fantastic. Little family football. He's the head football coach in AD, and his brother Drew is the defensive coordinator. So.
Wow. So that's crazy, man. That's good. I'm glad you had a good time, bro.
It was a lot of fun. I really like it up there. So.
And Brian had mentioned the heat. It's going to be really hot today. What did I say, 90 something? The heat index going to be over 100.
Supposed to be 98 degrees.
Heat index is gonna
without
be-
the heat index.
without the heat
The heat
yeah.
index is 107 to 109. That's
It's crazy. And North Carolina
it's
is
already
hot.
80 degrees out there, and we're down by the cool breezes of the Gulf.
It's kind of like what he said, though. The more north you go, the worse the high is up there. It's hot up there.
Well, it was hot in North Carolina, too, because my
Yeah.
flight on the way up Thursday got canceled, and so I had to spend the night in Charlotte. So
Was that fun?
that's fine.
Did you take Glenn's black book? Oh, sorry, Glenn.
Don't be.
You got to sell. He sells that on the market. I didn't. I'm sorry. Fundraiser for
There's
the
some
family.
things that the FBI was trying to hide, but you know.
He's blowing that cover for you.
Anyway, hey, protect that skin, baby.
Yeah.
But 7:30 today, we got the expert on all the skin cancer. Dr. Ward's with us. Also, 8:30, Mark McLeod. And then we got Coach Hudson, Bay High School, 7:15. What is going on Bay High School?
Summer base-
Glenn, it's so hot. What you got? You got any local stuff today?
We do. Probably you've read this, but Brett Weeks is a new baseball coach at North Bay Haven. This is really his first head coach job, but he has quite an extensive place of experience. He's been an assistant coach at West Florida and also at Tate High School, but then he's been the assistant coach at Tallahassee State Community College, Springfield College over in Mobile, Coastal Alabama, and Western Alabama. Those are like in Baldwin County. There's one that's north and south, and then of course West Alabama. We know where that is. So he's got a great, pretty good experience. So looking forward to being his first head job, and so he'll do good over there. So
All right, good.
Yeah, but he
Good.
replaced a legend in itself. So congratulations to him. I also want to give congratulations if you played football or you wrestled at Bay High School back in the day. Coach Frank Feuder, who is going to be introduced in August the 23rd in Lake Buena Vista, Florida, in the National Wrestling Hall of Fame, and it's going to be the Florida chapter. So congratulations to him, well-deserved. He's coached a little bit of everything when I was there, and when I first got there, kind of took a young coach under his wing and everything. So congratulations to him. What a great guy. And, he coached, after he retired from football, he coached cross country and things like that. So congratulations to Frank Feuder. What a great guy he is. So.
All right, you heard it here right first from Glenn Manley.
Did Coop make it down south? A-OK and everything?
As far as I know, I think everything's good. I could hear Steve crying when I went to bed. Yeah, they went down
That's
there.
the new Trail of Tears.
Yeah, that is. They'll be going back and forth to Gainesville quite a bit. He'll be going to all the games, I'm sure. But the whole clan went down there. The mother, the daughter, all of them are down there. And that is, that's a big thing in your life when you say goodbye to your kids. It's the beginning of the separation somewhat from daily living in your house, unless you're like
the empty nest syndrome.
Yeah, kind of.
You told me you had a party.
Yeah.
It's still going on.
We ain't stopped it yet, do we?
Look at that grin on his face.
We ain't
The
stopped
problem
that
is
party
they
yet.
keep finding their way back home.
Yeah. I tell you, Jared's actually on a trip. He's taking a little trip himself. I hope he has a safe trip and has a good time down there. Glenn, Brian, same thing. You coach. This is the toughest part of the year for some of these athletes. I think pretty much all of them. The summertime, people think, well, they don't do anything. No, they work year-round, especially the football players. They're out in this heat, and like today, you got to be careful with them. I mean, the heat index is out off the charts today. It's huge, hot, humid. They're in the weight room. They go outside. They run. They do plays. They pull sleds. They do everything you think about. Same thing with baseball, basketball. You name it. They're out doing it. Soccer, swim team. Everybody's working hard year-round, never stops. It just amazes me that back in the day when we first got here, this county was incredible. We got paid summer hours.
Right.
We would set up. I remember going in the office with Julian and figuring this stuff out. Who we're going to pay, how we're going to pay him, how much we're going to pay him. You met with Tommy. You did it. You had to budget that out. And then I'll never forget the day he called over there and said, hey, there's no more summer money. I said, what? I said, we got to come in and have these workouts for all these athletes. He goes, the county's not going to pay. And he said, Tommy goes, go to your booster clubs and have them pay the money. I said, okay. So some booster clubs did, some of them maybe didn't. I don't know.
Well,
but could you imagine, you ask people to go to work free, and the only people I know that will actually go work free are high school coaches.
Right.
They do.
Yeah.
They do it.
Because they love the game and they love the kids, because you're promoting more than just your sport.
Yeah.
You know, we always said it's bigger than football. You know, the thing too, which they trained us really, because you get paid, you know, it starts in July and it goes all the way around, so you only get so many hours. So what we would do, we'd save some, and then
Same
so
thing.
when it came around in June, you would still have those left over.
Right.
Well, when they cut it before June, and guess what? They made a lot of money off of 4 high schools. They sure did.
They saved it, yeah.
And one of the things they said to me was, well, you know, if you really love to coach, you'll do it. Well, you know, I went to the bank and said, I really love to coach, but they're not paying me. Can I skip my house payment and my car payment? And they went, well,
I'd really love to eat too.
yeah. So, but anyway, you know, people don't really understand that at all the high schools, the summertime is one of the busiest times there.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to the weight room or the gym, or, you know, and that's not even counting, like, you have the band members there, the cheerleaders there, you know, everybody is trying to do their thing in the summer. So, you know, it's you know, quite a business going on. You know, you think, well, they got the summer off. Well, no, you don't. So
You're talking about summer workouts and stuff like that. Last night I was sitting around watching old HBO episodes of Hard Knocks. And those guys, even the professionals, are out there in the summertime in the sweltering heat, wherever they're playing for, whatever team they're playing for, and they're out there just busting it, and it's, you know, it's 90 degrees, 80 degrees, you see them sweating. So
and you know
what goes on behind the scenes, people don't realize.
When Coach Moon and I played, there was no such thing as heat index. You know, you got how you got your water was that how much you could drink when you swallowed your salt pills.
The things they used to is we're lucky not more people died.
Well, we didn't stay inside all summer either with the.
That's definitely part of it.
Yeah. So
I didn't really. I want to get into this a little real quick. I didn't even know this, but LSU Jeff calls us quite a bit, and he's a big-time LSU fan. We have a lot of Tigers around here. Auburn Tigers, LSU Tigers, you name it, we got them here. But LSU, the last 65 months, I did not really comprehend this, but now I do. They are Titletown USA as far as they are concerned. Is that true? Let's look at it and see. I don't know. 2020, LSU wins the national championship in football. 2021, LSU wins the national championship. I didn't know this, in track and field. 2023, LSU wins the national championship in women's basketball. 2023, so I thought that was somebody else in 23. I thought it was Ole Miss. 2023, LSU wins the national championship in baseball. 2024, LSU wins the national championship in gymnastics. 2025, LSU wins the national championship in baseball again. Now, he has made all these comments about this is the year, this is the roster at LSU. Brian Kelly, it's time for him to add to the LSU's national championship list. They kind of got that in there in this article. They want to win. They want to win big in football. Well,
that's why he came there, because he couldn't win in Notre Dame.
So if they go 10-2, get beat in the first round of the playoffs, is he in trouble? Even if you make would you guys fire him? You're LSU, you love it, you got money, you're tired. Maybe he's not the fit you thought, but if you win 10 games, 10-2 regular season, you get in the first round of the college playoffs, and this say he doesn't get embarrassed, say it's a close competitive game, gets beat say by Notre Dame, his old school. Do you pull the trigger at 10-3 on Brian Kelly?
No, and they shouldn't, and I don't think they will.
Yeah, they shouldn't, but you never know. But I'm with you. If he gets in the playoffs,
I'll be honest. If they go 9-3 and don't make the playoffs, I don't think they'll pull the trigger on him there either. If you're looking at a 7-5, 8-4, but 8-4, but not competitive in the big games, maybe.
Yeah, like he gets embarrassed by Bama or something.
Maybe. Yeah.
LSU loses I think they're at LSU this year. I mean, at
7-5, he's done.
Yeah, maybe 8-4.
Yeah, 8-4 will depend on how it looks.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and I just can't. If you make the playoffs, even if we expect Bama to win big and stuff like that, but if you make the playoffs going forward, the way that things have changed, you got to be happy. You can't just pull the trigger like we used to. Auburn, Hugh Freeze, he's got to win this year. He's got to have a really good year this year. I don't know, 8-4 with him. Maybe because of the way they've recruited, but right now recruiting's not that hot. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. Let's take a break right now. Come back. We got Coach. We want to talk with these high school coaches, how hard they're working, how hard their players are working. We got one of the best in the country coming on here at 7:30. Love this guy. 7:15. I'm sorry. So thank you, Glenn. But right now, let's talk about some of our wonderful, outstanding. It's Wednesday. It's a special day in Lynn Haven, Florida. You get to go over there to Lynn Haven and have an unbelievable lunch, like you do every day at Before Braves in Lynn Haven. Pat Perno, the city commissioner over there, is incredible. Go by and say hello to him. But today, 10 wings inside for $9.99. This is a place you go watch all sporting events. TVs everywhere. Professional baseball all summer long you can watch there. But the food's outstanding. They treat you like family. The one and only, the legendary Pat Perno, and Before Braves Lynn Haven. Now, I'm down at Lynn Haven. I should go ahead and get that special gift for that special person. Where am I going to go? Who am I going to see?
What you do is go to David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77. Take your jewelry in there, get it cleaned, get it inspected. If you need it sized, they'll resize it. If you need a battery for your watch, they've got batteries for your watches. Anything you need, everything you need as far as jewelry goes is at David Adamson Designer Jewelry.
And today, Wednesday, a huge day on Panama City Beach. We got so many teams down here. The waiting list to get in these restaurants is incredible right now. A lot of teams here, thanks to Richard Sanders and that great group down there. All of them, wonderful people. All the people they're bringing in here that spend money. These families that love to go out and eat dinner, love to go to a movie, go out. They're going to be at J. Michael's Day. Today is the world famous J. Michael's Spaghetti on Panama City Beach. It's only on Wednesday, only on lunch. Only for dinner. You know, I went in there and got in there late yesterday at 11:30, packed out. Packed out. I couldn't believe it. You got to get there early. Now, it's worth the wait. Get to J. Michael's, try the spaghetti. You'll go back every single Wednesday. The legendary J. Michael's restaurant. We'll be right back. 104.3, Coach Hudson, right?
Coach Hudson.
We'll be right back. 104.3, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Take ESPN Northwest Florida with you everywhere you go.
Anytime, anyplace, anywhere.
The sports talk and live play-by-play doesn't have to end when you get out of the car. The ESPN Northwest Florida app streams your favorite sports talk hosts and the biggest games in ultra-high fidelity.
This is of utmost importance in travel.
Take the sports talk monster with you anywhere you go. Available for Android and iPhone.
Use it anywhere or any place.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Wednesday. A likelihood of thunderstorms and some sun this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze at 8 miles per hour coming out of the west-southwest and temps near 91. Tonight we will have a variety of partly cloudy skies and a likelihood of thunderstorms and be warm at 78. Numerous thunderstorms and moderate rain tomorrow and a high 87. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Get ready to discover new adventures this summer and hit the road in a new Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Our SUV family is built for all in adventures and endless possibilities. Stop by Bill Bird Kia today and test drive a new 2025 Kia Soul, Seltos, Sportage, Sorento, or Telluride. You'll find the perfect balance with comfort, safety, and technology. Now offering 1.9% APR up to 60 months on the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento during the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. Bill Bird Kia is the home of that 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. See us today at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com. Enjoy the view this summer because the road is yours in a new Kia from Bill Bird Kia.
Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento with $1,748 per 1,000 finance in 60 months. Qualities limited. Cannot be combined with other finance offers. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is the Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers. Must take delivery from dealer stock through 7725.
And here we go.
The #1 SEC call-in show is now twice as big. The Paul Feinbaum Show. Weekday evenings 6 to 10. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Absolutely beautiful day. It's going to be hot. It's going to be miserable. It's going to be humid. Heat index over 100 degrees today. If you got Stevenson air conditioning, you ain't worried about that. If you're at Bay High School and you're trying to build a baseball program, what do?
You call John Hudson.
You go get the best coach in the country and you hire him, and what's he do? Wherever he's been, he's won championships.
Yep.
It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Let's bring on our championship coach. Coach, how you doing this morning?
Hey, man, doing great. Congratulations. Thanks for the introduction there. That sounded awesome.
Well, I just speak the truth. That's right. You've won. Everywhere you've been, you've won.
Well, we know it's not hot out there on the baseball field this time of day, so,
Yeah.
No, I appreciate it. Now, I'm not even out there. I'm actually getting a cup of coffee time right now. It's summer, boys. It's summertime. It's 7:15. I'm just now getting my coffee. So.
Well, that's what we want to talk to you about. Most people out there think the coaches are off all summer, the kids are off. They don't have a clue that it never stops, it never ends. You always got to be working. Tell us what's going over at Bay High School for your baseball program. How's it going? What are the kids doing? And just give us, how are you doing?
Yeah, man. Well, it's a fun time. It really is. It's a fun time of the year. Kids know, they don't have the school obligations right now, and it's pretty much all set on baseball stuff, and lifting and playing ball games. For the most part, we're lifting and playing games. We're getting some practice time in. We're doing some of those things as well. But this time of year, more and more, every year, you realize that you got to get stronger. The kids have to lift, and so that's pretty much a year-round deal there. So we are lifting, playing games. Monday, between Mondays and through Thursday, we're playing games, and getting that lifting in, and having a little bit of practice time. So that's pretty much the way it's working right now, and kids are enjoying it.
I want to ask you, what do you focus on in the weight room for baseball players? I know they have to do a lot of stretching after they lift. We used to make our quarterbacks do a lot of hanging, stretch those arms and shoulders out. But what do you do? What do you believe in the weight room? What kind of exercise do they focus on?
Yeah, we do. It just really depends on the group you have, and right now we're still in a lot of strength building stage with a lot of the guys. Still have some younger players out here and some guys that need to just gain overall strength. So a lot of it's not a whole heck of a lot different than what you would do in some other sports when kids are younger.
Yeah.
As they get a little bit bigger and stronger, then sometimes you may have to look at individual players and say this guy might need to do some stretching, might need to do some hanging, flexibility things. So much of baseball is flexibility and range of motion actions that you really have to try to focus on some of those things. Hip flexibility is humongous, and it just seems like kids are really tight in their hips, even more than maybe they used to be. I don't know why that is, but we do a lot of hip flexibility things for rotational things that are involved in baseball.
I love when Glenn comes in here in the mornings. He does his little hip exercises. It's pretty nice.
Gosh.
He can still do. You still move pretty good. Swing, you know why? That golf swing you guys did.
The golf swing, but I can't kick a football anymore. My leg would fall off.
Yeah.
But Coach, have you taken them out to the sand pit yet out there by the football field?
Yeah. We have not. We have not been to the sand pit.
That's called Bay High Beach Bash when they out there doing
that. Absolutely. Yeah, it's a really nice one they have now. Used to have just a small little thing over there. Now they got the nice, the beach volleyball thing over there. It's humongous over there. And I think there's some, you can get over there and mess around over there. We haven't done that. It's hot enough, for us to get out there and just have a regular game, and I think that's enough.
Yeah. How many games do you actually play? Do you have a set amount you play?
Not really. We play really for what I'm doing now. We play as many games as we can, based on what we have. You got to have pitchers to play, and we're playing 3 games a week. Trying to play 3 games a week. The weather doesn't 3 games for each team, so it's 6 games, JV and varsity each. And so that's the goal, what we're trying to get done. And, sometimes somebody doesn't have the pitching to do it, and you got to maybe knock it down a little bit here or there. But we've been pretty fortunate so far. The rain hasn't helped us a lot. We've had some rain outs, you just get that in the summer afternoons here. So, I wish we could have played a little bit more with some of the rain outs we've had. But we're trying to reschedule everything and get them in. But we pretty much are playing 3 games a week for each team. throughout the 4 weeks of June.
Have you seen a growth in numbers that you're getting from where you started?
Yeah, we have. We really have. It's the way it goes is, around anymore. The players are going where they want to go, and it's, so you get some of that going on with players that are moving around, and our incoming freshman class is not a huge class this year. We had a very big class last year. This year's not quite as big, but we're getting kids in that really are committed to wanting to work and play, and to really work to get better. And I think we're starting to get a little more cohesion. When you get kids that hadn't been there since, like some of these schools, they can be in the 6th grade and they can be there and they're with you for 6 years, and then now you have some other issues there where kids might not be around as long. So then you have to deal with the teamwork aspect of it, and the kids playing for each other. So I think we're getting a lot more of that now. We have some kids that have been with us for a couple of years now, and so that's a big part of it, is to just have some cohesion there with the players that you have. So I'm happy with how the program's grown, and we're excited to keep moving forward.
I know you do some fundamental teaching, but when they come in, do you have to have as much fundamental teaching as you used to? We have such great baseball around this area, no matter what age.
Yeah, I think any of the freshmen that come in, they're gonna need certain things, and they're gonna have to, there's quite a bit that you want to work with the younger guys that come in, and there's certain guys that have a lot of skill work that are weak, and then you got other guys that are strong, but they really need skill work. So it's really kind of an individual thing, and we take the month of June and we try to play as much as possible.
Right.
The lifting's a given, and then you get to July and nobody really plays anymore. So July is a time where I like to try to get them out and have some voluntary stuff, and just have some smaller group things, and really kind of try to get in there with some individual work with the guys. Especially swinging the bat, that's where you can get some things done. They're not worried about performing in a game so much as in July as they are, in the spring or even in the summer, where they're trying to prove they deserve a spot. So the months of July, August, and really through the fall that's where you try to get some of the individual work in there, where they can make some changes that they need to be making in there.
And do your assistant coaches, are they with you all summer, or do you just a couple and then you?
Yeah, we have 4 of us out here this summer, so that's a really nice thing to have. Is 4 coaches. John Bland is a new coach for us this year, so he's out there with us as well. John's been around for a long time and coached forever around here in Bay County, and we're happy to have him out there with us this summer.
He's a good baseball coach too. You know what I'm saying?
He's a good
coach, good guy, good mentor. Yeah, absolutely. So
very good mentor with the kids too. I think that's really big. You need to have an assistant coach who is a kind of a liaison sometimes between the head guy and then the players. And I think John's going to really do a good job filling that role as well.
Do you get to break in some umpires? Do they bring some guys they want to get going so they can have them trained before the fall season starts?
Yeah, they do. They do. We see some new guys coming out. There's been some good a couple younger guys come out there that are umpiring. I don't know if they're going to be there in the spring or if they're just doing it for the summer. I'm not sure, but hopefully those guys are going to hang around and live here. And so we need some good young umpires around here. We've got some good ones. Really, we do. This area is you talk about the baseball players. The umpiring here also is really above what you get a lot of other places you go. But I know those guys are thin. And they need work. They need guys to come in there and help them out. So it's been good to see some of the old guard out here in the summer, a little bit less stress. But then the newer guys are also coming in, and so that's exciting to see.
Coach, we've got about a minute, but we had the coaches changes around here. Patton, the legend, is gone. We had the best group of coaches probably anywhere in the state of Florida. Brian Norman is an extremely successful coach taking over there. We got a brand new coach you mentioned just a minute ago.
Coach Weeks.
North Bay Haven. What's the word on the street? We see a lot of movement, kids moving around. You keeping everybody home? Are you getting players in? The school choice is crazy. What do you hear on the street?
I know. Yeah, I know. I think I think, it's one of those things. We haven't lost anybody that's really going to affect our team. We haven't lost hardly any, honestly, that I know that are leaving. I know we have some that are supposedly coming over here. I have no idea, until they actually show up or wherever that. I don't know. I don't know anything, honestly, about how all that works. I have never recruited a day in my life, although some people might question whatever that is. I have, I just don't do that. We work with our guys, but I know we have just about everybody back from what we had last year with our group. So,
well, I tell you what, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be another great year of Bay County baseball. Thank you so much for coming on, and we'll get you on again this summer.
Yeah, Coach, I was going to let you know, there just came over the wire, the UPA's wire, that the umpire from the World Series is going to come and call in your league, so you want to be careful over there.
Oh, yeah. Well, he might as well just go ahead and toss me at the pregame.
I might be out there with you. You never know.
All right, buddy. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate you, buddy.
See you.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
All right. Do you want to look better, feel better? We can make it happen. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. 2 great locations. Pier Park, 23rd Street. Jason Kovaleski. He'll be here this Friday. The guy's incredible. If you're a coach and you're not taking advantage of him, then you don't want to win. This guy can get him bigger, stronger, faster. He knows what to eat, what not to eat. The guy is incredible. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Yep. The Mexican restaurant, the legendary El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill. My favorite's right across the street from the Navy base. The best happy hour anywhere. Now, you want to have a birthday party. This is where everybody's having birthday parties. Huge facility. And David opened a new one. There's another one on 1009. I think go back 10908 Front Beach Road, park in the back, doing very well. Another huge facility down there on Front Beach Road. But my favorite again is right across the street from the Navy base. Thursday nights karaoke, happy hour, buy one get one free, draft beer, margaritas, house wine, great atmosphere, great place. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill. Newbies, we got 4 great locations. Glenn's favorite, I guess now, is the one over in town, right?
Yes,
St. Andrews, the blue building. They color it after your eyes. Get out, newbies, have a great time. We'll be right back. Dr. Ward will be on the phone, 104.3. I tell you what, his son is an incredible baseball player. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Right.
The game going with ESPN Northwest Florida. Just because you get out of the car doesn't mean the Sports Talk and Line play-by-play have to end. Just say, hey Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida. From Michigan Avenue to the man cave, from the car to the kitchen, we've got you covered. Keep the game going. Hey Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
Hi folks, it's Tracy from Tracy's Fine Jewelry. Did you know that we have a master jeweler right here in the store? That's right, she has over 20 years experience in the art of repairing jewelry. Most repairs are done within a week, so don't send your jewelry off for 6 weeks. Bring it to us at Tracy's Fine Jewelry. We size rings and solder chains. We can reset your diamond into a new setting and even custom design. You'll get your jewelry back quickly and looking as good as new. Tracy's Fine Jewelry, Bay County's trusted jeweler for over 50 years.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
I'm not prepared. I really am not prepared at all. I hope you won't judge me on one email I sent 10 years ago.
My apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Live from the J. Michaels studio. 104.3 ESPN ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest. I appreciate this shout out. This got a text here. Oh, great, Florida Day. Thank you, Michigan Eddie. Appreciate it. Brian, what's going on? We're talking about bragging on Richard and all those guys down there. We got a lot on town, man. How many people in town?
You would think they'd have difficulty one-upping themselves every week, but this week we have 127 boys youth baseball teams in at Publix Park and at Frank Brown Park for Grand Slam World Series 2, and I think our guest on the phone here may have a little something to talk about with this tournament here. He may have some news to break for us.
All I know, his son is very athletic, takes a lot after his mother. Let's bring him on, the legendary Dr. Ward. Doc, how you doing today?
Oh, man, having a great day and looking forward to some more youth baseball today.
All right, well, before we get into that, we got to get into this. The sun is brutal. It is going to be high 90s today, heat index off the charts. You can get sunburned quickly. Skin cancer, you can get it, burn yourself when you're young and pay for it later. Talk about that, and also talk about where you're located, where we can get some help.
Absolutely, yeah. Today is going to be the hottest day of the year so far. So, you want to put your sunscreen on before you go outside, because if you wait if you're outside, you're going to be all sweaty. It's not going to go on as well. And, as soon as you towel that sweat off, you got to put more sunscreen on. And the big thing is avoid getting burned, because sunburns are what tend to cause skin cancer. And, if you've got something on your skin that doesn't look right or feel right, not healing, give us a call at 233-3376. You can see us at one of our 8 area convenient locations in Port St. Joe, Panama City Beach, Watersound, Santa Rosa Beach, Defuniak Springs, Bonifay, or Mariana. 5 minutes is all it takes. So you check head to toe and make sure your skin is healthy and cancer-free.
You did a great job. All right, let's get into this. Maybe all this one father takes his kids to all these different coaching camps, baseball, Omaha, is paying off. Brag about your son. Tell everybody his name and tell him what he did in the last baseball game.
Yeah, so Jackson had 2 games yesterday, but he pitched the first game. And funny enough, I had to work yesterday, so I was able to drop him off at 7 o'clock on the way into work. So I wasn't at the game, but Publix Park does have cameras set up, so you can watch any game that's going on. So of course I had the game on. I was watching from work, and he pitched a complete game no hitter. And were it not for the very first batter in the very first inning that he walked on a 3-2 count, he would have had a perfect game.
Dang!
Wow,
that's pretty impressive now.
I just have this visual of Doc with the laser there arguing that call and doing a little zap.
Oh, sorry about that.
You got to be kidding. That was a strike.
Oh, my God. Hey, seriously, now I don't care what age group. That doesn't happen very often. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
You've coached. You've been around athletes. Does he have a chance to be a pretty good one?
Yeah, his pitching mechanics it's very good as he gets bigger, puts more mass on, hits puberty, all that sort of stuff. If you're doing it the right way, you've definitely got a shot to be pretty good at it, and I think he has a really good shot. His pitching coach is a guy by the name of Kevin Berry, who lives in Niceville, but we do the coaching in Freeport, and he's got a track record of putting kids into college athletics. So as long as it's something he wants to do, we'll keep doing it, and and he works hard at it, and he loves it. So those are all keys to success right there.
The key is the weight room. He's got to get in the weight room, get stronger, bigger, stretch him all the time. I don't care what sport it is. If they live in that weight room, they're going to get bigger, stronger, faster, quicker, everything. The weight room's a key, in my opinion. We had a kid, Pat Borders, he made himself a catcher in professional leagues in high school. I think he played first base, played just about anywhere. He signed with Mississippi State, but he went and played professional and didn't go to Mississippi State. He was a wishbone quarterback, so he worked really hard in the weight room for that, played baseball. All he did was the MVP of the World Series for the Blue Jays. But he worked hard in that weight room. And a lot of people think, well, baseball, you don't want to, or basketball, you don't want to be in the weight room. You got to get stronger, and you got to stretch out. So get him in that weight room, make sure he's stretching good. That will help me be a better ball player also. All right, I want to ask you this. What did you think? And I do believe he's the one that called out Sully at that region over there when it was East Carolina, Florida, Coastal Carolina. I forgot the other team. And that situation, then he gets thrown out in the first inning, and I missed it. I promised I was going to take their grandkids out, and I forgot the game was in the middle of the day, not at night. I watched the game the night before. But the LSU, Coastal Carolina, getting tossed in the first inning, and then the first baseman getting tossed. What's your thoughts on that? To me, in the first inning, you would think the guy would say, look, give him maybe he did give him a warning. I don't know. But what did you think about all that?
Baseball is a sport where people get really passionate, and it happens. Emotions get the best of everyone. So, unless there's a pattern of behavior, I don't think you can say someone's a good guy or a bad guy based on one event. I do think it's kind of silly to toss people in the first inning. I think there are other ways you can deal with it, but at the end of the day, that's a possibility anytime you argue with the umps. So it is what it is, and congratulations to LSU Tigers for their eighth national championship in baseball.
Eighth. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. They had what it took, and they battled through their regional, and even though Little Rock gave them trouble, they're now the national champions.
Glenn, what did you think about? What's your take on it? You umped.
The thing about it was that he had an awful thin skin. Now I'm sure he warned him because you're not supposed to be arguing balls and strikes, especially from the dugout. But that guy was kicked out of the major league for tossing too many people anyway. So what do? The NCAA hires him, but I wouldn't have put that guy behind the plate for a game like that. But I don't know. I mean, when I watch the game, of course, I'm looking at it from a different angle. But half the time, I think they miss him a lot. It depends on how accurate the pitcher is or what kind of control he has, whether he gets the corners or not. So, I don't know. In the first inning, though, it seemed like you would have a little thicker skin in that situation. That's just
would
me.
Not the coaches know the history of that guy, knowing like, hey, wait a minute, we've got to be careful of this guy. He'll toss you in a heartbeat.
Right. But and then the first base coach gets tossed, and he made the wrong comment going back to first, taking up for his coach, and this other guy wanted to get in on it, so he tossed him. So,
all right, Brian, what's your take on it?
It's one of those things where if it had happened later in the game, I would have thought it was a tactic by the head coach to maybe fire his team up, and maybe it still was, because that first game was critical. I mean, you could kind of get the sense in that first game, whoever won it was in the driver's seat, and whoever lost it was going to be, struggling emotionally. So maybe he tried to do that. I don't know. I never like when an official throws somebody in the first inning. I mean, Look, I think coaches are a little bit ridiculous in the way that they go after officials, especially in baseball. But, you've got to be able to sit there and take it a little bit in the first inning, because you don't want the talking point of what you did to become the talking point of the game.
All right, we'll come back and finish up with Dr. Ward, but right now, let's talk about some of our wonderful people. We got another legendary doctor around here. This will be his 26 years on Bay County sidelines, Dr. Chad Mitchell. And when Chad had to go get checked out, who did he go to? He went to Dr. Ward's office. The guys, legends with legends, unbelievable. But Chad, this will be his 26 years, one of the first guys trained in robotic surgery. People come from miles around just to have Chad to operate on him. Listen to Chad every Monday morning right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. It's hot. It's humid. Heat index is off the charts. If you got Stevenson air conditioning, you got it made. If you don't have them, call them. If it's running, the power bill's going through the roof, and it's not getting any cooler, you're wasting your money. Call Stevenson Air Conditioning. They'll come out, they'll come up with a game plan, and it's going to save you money. Stevenson Air Conditioning. It's one of the few things you can purchase, actually pay for itself for a period of time. You save money every single month when your power bill is lower. Go with locals. Go with Stevenson Air Conditioning. And, Brian, there's nobody better locally than Steve's Bike Shop. Electrical bikes are taking over the world. I'm telling you, they're everywhere now. Be careful. Wear a helmet. They go up to about 30 miles an hour. You get the all-wheel drive. These hunters are using them. Well, Steve sells them. He works on them. The old standard bikes, they do it all right there at Steve's Bike Shop. They've been serving Bay County since 1979. And, of course, skin cancer can be deadly. 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. If it doesn't look right, feel right, you go see Dr. Ward. Don't put it off. He's operated on me twice. The guy's the best at what he does. We'll be right back with Dr. Ward. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
A two-run home run.
The Atlanta Braves are back.
Here comes the throw. It's late. Braves win.
And ESPN Northwest Florida is your exclusive radio home for Braves country.
He just wrecked that thing. Straightaway center, a homer for Riley.
Sales, Strider, Acuna, Ozzie, Riley, Profar, and Coach Snitker lead a stellar lineup. Listen live nights and weekends on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Wednesday. A likelihood of thunderstorms and some sun this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze at 8 miles per hour coming out of the west-southwest and temps near 91. Tonight we will have a variety of partly cloudy skies and a likelihood of thunderstorms and be warm at 78. Numerous thunderstorms and moderate rain tomorrow and a high 87. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
When you bring your vehicle to Panama City Toyota for repairs or maintenance, you'll get the warmest welcome around.
That's because we see service differently.
It's not only an expert team that can help with everything, from simple adjustments to a new set of tires. It's also a team that values your time, so we make your experience as quick and comfortable as possible. Because we're committed to service that goes beyond. Only at Panama City Toyota.
Whether you're an experienced investor or first-time buyer, Beach House will provide you with top-notch service to guide you through every step of the process. We make the real estate process fun and easy through effective marketing, strategic advertising, and always a client-focused experience. From single-family homes to full-scale developments, Beach House Sales Development has you covered. Check them out at beachhousesalesfl.com or give them a call at 850-919-3500.
Phone lines are open. 850-215-6290. The Coach James Hale Show is taking your calls live and local. From the J. Michael Studio, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. Thanks for laughing. Well, welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Dr. Ward's with us. Doc, anything you want to talk about? Because I got some stuff for you. You got anything for me?
Yeah. I got just a couple little shout outs related to the baseball thing. We talked about my son, but one of his teammates by the name of Weston Mond, he pitched 4 2/3 innings in the second game, only gave up 2 hits, no walks, no earned runs. That kid did great. And then we got 4 kids that batted 500 or better. Weston, pitched and batted 500. My son Jackson pitched and batted 500. And then 2 other kids, Jax Taylor, Jackson Peel, both batted 667 yesterday. And then just to give you an idea of the quality of baseball in our area, so 21 teams in our age group came. 3 are from Panama City or Panama City Beach. And out of 21 teams, the teams from here finished pool play. Fourth was the Panama City Pelicans, Corey Brookins coaching that team. Our team finished sixth after pool play, and the other five-star team, coached by Nikki Sadler and Matt Jones, finished seventh in pool play. So these teams came from Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, all over the Southeast and Midwest. And Panama City and the teams here, all three teams finished in the top third of the pool play bracket. So very good local baseball here.
Yeah, we're known for it. That's unbelievable, man. All right, Florida baseball going forward. You know, last year you guys said it's disappointing. And SEC, we were going to say we didn't win the national championship. We really were going to say that we were really overrated. Now that LSU saved us, and Arkansas was outstanding also. But the baseball, we win the national championship. SEC does in baseball. We dominate in basketball. And, of course, the Big Ten dominated us 2 years in a row now. So we're out of the top three. We won two of them. But just focus in on Florida Gators going forward. You got Eli's going down there. Eli Blair's heading down there. They're there now. Coop Moss is there, 4A District Player of the Year in the state of Florida. They've got some great recruits down there. What do you think going forward next year? And these guys are going to be playing there for a couple of years. What's Florida going to be like in the next couple of years? What are you hearing? What do you know? Or what do you think?
Florida's had great success in the portal, too. We've got a lot of really good players from, the kind of mid-majors and lower major teams coming over. And also Denton Lord is from South Walton. He's going to pitch at UF, too. So we're going to have three local pitchers all going to UF, and I think the future at Florida is bright, and Sully knows what to do. There were just too many injuries to overcome this year. I think Florida's going to be competing year in, year out like they always have.
And Doc, talk about this too. You know this. You can be an All-American. You go into a college, and really, you got to be an All-American now, or a really great player to get a scholarship, because the transfer deal. You're competing. High school players now are competing against grown men, college students, which have played the game at the college level. It's not anything like it used to be. It's so more difficult to get a scholarship in any sport now because of the transfer deal. But even saying that, they get there and they're competing with all these different players. They got to take their time. They don't need to get upset. They got to work through it. And if they do that and stick with it, they got opportunity to play down the future. But do you see many true high school players playing a lot as a freshman in the SEC?
I definitely think that freshmen can continue to break through. Just look at Florida. Aiden King was in their starting rotation and probably the best pitcher by the end of the season. So just work hard, do your best, and take advantage of the opportunities when you get it. I mean, it's going to be a lot harder to get D1 scholarships out of college, especially now that apparently you can go JUCO and it doesn't even affect your eligibility at the D1 level. So, I mean, if you've got a kid that's proven in JUCO baseball, are you going to take that kid, or are you going to take a kid that's only played against high school? I think it definitely becomes more challenging for kids out of high school to get D1 scholarships, but it will still happen, because at the end of the day, if you're very talented, you're going to get picked.
You're going to see stronger and stronger Division III football teams, baseball teams, soccer teams, because of the transfer deal. These guys used to go play D1 are going to be playing lower levels. And again, Division III football is going to get better because what we just got through talking about. And I think baseball is going to be the same thing. All right, I want to shift gears a little bit. I don't know if I agree with this, but they did and I don't know if it was CBS. I didn't write it down, so forgive me. The most dangerous college towns in 2025. And we're talking football, but I guess you could talk any sport.
Yeah, I didn't know where you were going with that.
Any sport. I'll go 10 down. I'm not going to mention all the names because some of these schools I could care less about. But Bloomington, Indiana is a very dangerous place. If you're going to go watch a football game there and you get off the wrong track, you could be in trouble. Number 9, I definitely believe in this one. I know some of their fans. One of them is named Michigan Eddie. But it's actually not Michigan. It's Michigan State, I guess. East Lansing is not a good place to be at night. Utah, it was another one.
What?
Iowa, Iowa City, Southern Utah, and Utah State both were on the list. So Utah must not be like we think. Number 5, Cornell. Number 5, Yale. And here are your top 3 dangerous cities.
Oh, I know number 1.
Number 3, Arizona.
Tucson. Yeah.
That surprised me. Number 2. And I don't get it. I don't get 1 and 2. And you guys help me out. I've been to a lot of games both these places. Number 2, Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
It's not
there are some sections.
It's not right around the stadium.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, this is what everybody says. That if you're in this city and you're going to a game, you can be in big-time trouble. And Alabama's number 2. Doc, what do you think about that?
Absolutely not, man. Like I've been to Tuscaloosa, and the campus is great, even right around there. I mean, I don't buy that at all.
The number 1.
What do they consider that?
Legion Field in Birmingham. Yes. Heck yeah, all day long. I mean, number 1.
Are they considering the fact there's a cemetery across the street from the stadium? I mean, is that it?
Maybe like you said, maybe they're taking Legion.
I've got number 1.
Who is it?
And I don't care if it's on that list. Number 1's the Crampton Bowl in Montgomery.
No doubt. But yeah, it's not the big time football. Probably, let's just say,
the SWAC.
Yeah,
that's why they can't sell out
Alabama.
Stadium. Enough people don't make it in.
Is Alabama State there?
Alabama State.
Yeah. Do not go to Crampton Bowl. Yeah, you might be the last bowl you ever go to.
Well, now Alabama State has their own stadium.
Yeah,
so.
maybe they got the wrong Alabama. But this is crazy, and I don't agree with this at all. And this is what it said: the most dangerous college town in 2025 is Gainesville, Florida.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Well, I think it's safe. It's got to be safe now that Hernandez is gone. I mean, really true. I'm going to tell you what, though. If you go to Vanderbilt, if you're
I was going to say, I mean, you can step off wrong not that far from Vandy Stadium.
Right. Well, I thought Georgia would be on there because all the car wrecks and everything happened up there in Athens.
They've
had remember the illegals murdering the girl? I really thought Georgia would be on the list. But they look at statistics. They looked at stuff.
I've been to almost every SEC stadium, and
they're all safe.
I can't.
Yeah, I really can't think of one where I've ever felt unsafe.
Well, it's not the stadium; it's just the city.
I know, but
I know what Utah's deal is. You got to watch out for those horse and buggies, man. Especially watch where you step.
I was going to make a multiple wives joke, but I
wouldn't want to go to Yale. They got all foreigners there in that school. That's all it is.
Right. I mean, there's certainly rough areas of every town, and there are a few. I mean, Baton Rouge overall is a little rough, but it's a beautiful city too.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
Here's the thing that makes it dangerous. If you don't pay the price they ask for parking, you could have some real problems.
Yeah.
Well, and if you pay more, sometimes they'll wash your car.
That's right.
Now, Doc,
that's what we used to do at Legion Field.
I have been told, and I've never seen this now, but I have been told by a lot of people, and you be fair and honest, be balanced, like you are. But they say Florida, you go to a game down there and you say you're an FSU fan, Miami fan. I never just seemed that way to me, though. Of course, I never had an Alabama shirt on. But they can be really hard on the opposing fans. Is that true or not?
It absolutely not. I mean, like we hosted Utah for a early game 2 years ago, and the Utah fans talked about how great and how welcoming the city is. Like, that's just the craziness of that article is that I can't even think of anywhere within 3 miles of campus that like I would be worried about going to. I mean, there is a part of town where it's not nice, but it's like 5 miles away from campus.
Yeah.
And it's not even like there would be no reason that you would ever find yourself there.
Right. That's
you know,
yeah.
It's crazy to me to think that anyone would pick Gainesville.
That's like Tuscaloosa.
I'll give you one. If you're talking about a campus, USC is a beautiful private school, but it is in a rough spot in LA.
Yeah.
Like UCLA is in a nice part of LA. USC is not.
Yeah, I'm like Doc, though. Like in Tuscaloosa, yeah, there's some places in Tuscaloosa you don't want to go. But it's so far away from the university. But this is what they did, the city. Now, the key word was the city. The most dangerous
the only thing
towns.
about Florida, if you go past Fraternity Row and you're wearing an FSU sweatshirt, you're in trouble. But other than that, it's great.
They're just trying to educate you.
What they should pick out better vocabulary words than they.
All right, Doc. Hey, next week we're off for the week for the 4th of July. We'll get you after that. And I might be calling you. I got to ask you a question later. But you doing okay? Everything good?
All's good. All's good. It's beautiful time. It's hot, but it's a beautiful time to be enjoying America's favorite sport, baseball.
There you go.
Is there any truth that you were flying one of the B-2 bombers? Somebody said you were. I said he probably was. Who knows?
Yeah, they don't want me anywhere near a plane cockpit. I would be terrible.
I always thought maybe you were with them to help them after the flash of the bomb, so they didn't get sunburned.
Put the suntan lotion on. All right, Doc. Well, thank you so much, buddy. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks, Doc.
All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.
All right, let's talk about some of our other one. Oh, man, Turpro Pest Control. You want that yard to look beautiful. Here we go. Another local company, local person, love the family, beautiful wife. His daughter is a cheerleader at Mosley Hospital. She's incredible. And they got a big giveaway. They're going to give away 2 tickets and a tank of gas. The winner is going to get 2 tickets to the FSU Alabama game.
I can get gassed all the time. It doesn't matter.
You give out a lot of gas. Turpro Pest Control, #1, not even close. And also, if you're having problems with bugs getting into your house, they come off the grass, they get into your house. Hey, they take care of that also. You won't have bugs in the house anymore. Patrick does a great job. Listen to Patrick every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Hey, you in the business to you need a new roof. It's getting old. You got to get a roof. It's TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. They design, they build, commercial, residential. They can do it all. Yeah, it's Kyle Vandegrift. You know it. The Vandegrift family, legendary family. I tell you what, the mom and dad, they're great people. I love them. Wonderful people. They've done a great job with those kids. One's a famous athletic director. The other one's got a great company. And if you just want to get a roof, go with Vandy Roofing. They do incredible work. We'll be right back on the legendary 104.3 ESPN Northwest, the home of the Atlanta Braves. We'll be right back.
Have you ever wanted to reach out and smack someone?
Sit your ass down and shut up!
Call or text the Afternoon Underdogs on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida with your rants, hot takes, picks, and takedowns.
This is unacceptable at the University of Alabama!
Just to go 7 games, you've got to have a bad game at some point.
The Red 70s Studio Line, 850-215-6290. ESPN Northwest Florida. Get in the game.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Wednesday. A likelihood of thunderstorms and some sun this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze at 8 miles per hour coming out of the west-southwest and temps near 91. Tonight we will have a variety of partly cloudy skies and a likelihood of thunderstorms and be warm at 78. Numerous thunderstorms and moderate rain tomorrow and a high 87. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Cold, creamy, and gourmet. Milkshake Factory is now open at Breakfast Point Marketplace near Publix next to First Watch. Unbelievably delicious handcrafted milkshakes and chocolates like the famous chocolate bark. Try the mouth-watering chocolate-dipped strawberry shake. Family-friendly fun and unforgettable shakes await. Milkshake Factory now open at Breakfast Point Marketplace near Publix next to First Watch on Back Beach. Milkshake Factory.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe. Powered by Panama City Toyota.
And that's out of the ballpark.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Wahoo's Express Car Wash is now open and proud to be your local go-to car wash, offering top quality service with a personal touch. Their monthly membership plans make it easy and affordable to keep your car looking its best all year round. Wahoo's Express Car Wash has advanced equipment and an experienced team to ensure every vehicle leaves sparkling clean. Committed to fast, friendly service and spotless results every time. Come see the difference at Wahoo's Express Car Wash, intersection of Michigan Avenue and 23rd Street.
ESPN Northwest Florida. The tradition continues.
Lots of force on this one. Hello, Chop House. A 2-run homer.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
High roll.
It's a full moon out tonight.
Alabama update. Brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. It's hot. We all know it. It's going to be miserable today. Protect that skin. Protect yourself. If you're out working, make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids. Keep that suntan lotion on. Keep your skin protected. And get inside and get cooled off. And no better way to do it. Find somebody who's got Stevenson Air Conditioning. Because I guarantee their house will be cooler. Their business will be cooler. And if you're having a problem getting your house cooled off, you call Stevenson Air Conditioning. Get it serviced. It'll run better. It's going to last longer. It's going to save you money. Quit wasting money on your power bill. Stevenson Air Conditioning. Locals. Guy graduated from Mosley High School. Started his business. He's incredible. We got a phone call. We're going to take it maybe in about 30 minutes. EA Sports. EA Sports. Tigers. They the toughest places to play. Toughest places to play. Let's see if this caller agrees with these, because I don't care what he has to say. He's going to listen to me. Good morning, sir. Is this the Michigan Eddie?
No.
Is this Conrad Moon?
Yes, it is.
Hey, you're breaking up. I can't hear. Can you call back?
No. 8 o'clock's always the time to call.
What do you want? Go ahead.
I just got into the last part of that last segment and about the stadiums.
Yeah.
And Gainesville definitely needs to be where it is. Through experience, we had some really good friends of mine and his wife. We went down there and we had to take her to the hospital because she got hit in the head from a water bottle thrown from the top of the stadium, knocked her out. So another one of our friends, Boosters Cars down there, they made the mistake of coming down there with a Florida State sticker on the back window. Their car was destroyed by when we got back after the game. Keys, tires flat, and everything else. I mean, so they advise you don't to wear anything of the opposing team when you go to the Gainesville. And Georgia Tech, that's my hometown. Within 2 blocks there, you don't want to be walking anywhere by yourself or with your wife. It is dangerous.
He is 100% right on that one. I should have thought of that one, right?
Yeah.
It ain't far off Georgia Tech. You're in trouble.
What's it like in Athens?
No.
What's it like in Athens?
Okay. Right around, the stadium's right in the middle of the school. So, I mean, the school is beautiful. There's no big deal in Athens. Just like anywhere else, if you get far enough away in the wrong sections, something can happen.
Yeah.
And then Miami, golly, that is really, they're new to where they are now, but like when Jared was playing at the old Orange Bowl, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That was nasty.
Just across the street, your life was in your own hands at the Orange Bowl.
Yeah, that's true. But when they moved it, Joe Robbie, they moved that stadium out there. It's middle of nowhere. I mean, I don't even like going out there. I don't understand that, why they built it there. They must have got that land pretty cheap.
Fewer bullets.
Probably so. Back in the day when we would go down there to Miami, they would let them be tailgating right, the tailgate spots were right next to the gates going in the stadium. Wow. And they're nonstop drinking, and it was not being good being a Florida State fan with people drunk Miami fans.
Well, they mentioned Tuscaloosa, and I've never had a bad experience there. But
I've been
it's a city. They say the city now, college town.
Right.
That's how they
the
tie it in.
town is kind of rough, but right around the university is fine.
Unbelievable, yeah.
Yeah,
and that's
right around the university.
Yeah. Now, Birmingham, Legion Field, yeah, that's a totally different thing. That used to be fun. You pay them to park, everything was good, no problems. But Birmingham's gotten really dangerous, seriously. They got a shooting, it seems like, every single day. It's worse than Montgomery, if anything can be worse than Montgomery.
You're right, and you're right about that Crimson Bowl, too. Goodness gracious.
Well, they got, they built that the Biscuit baseball team. They built that downtown. That's pretty nice. That's nice. And they make it pretty safe. If the problem is getting there and getting back. You get robbed a couple times, you're okay. Just hide your money.
Now, the best places to go is any of those ACC schools in North Carolina, because they don't understand football anyway. And Duke, Virginia, North Carolina State, those are really nice, safe places up there.
Yeah.
They really are.
So
Duke's got the biggest seats of anywhere you've ever been. Each person's got 3 feet.
Go back to Gainesville when the guy... Was the lady under the stadium? Was the lady in the stadium when they threw the bottle and hit her?
We were standing outside, watching, waiting for the team to come through, getting off the bus, and someone, I guess, at the top of the stadium threw a frozen water bottle, hit her right in the head.
Well, I mean, if you just wait a half hour, we can ask Mark. He's the one who threw it.
But
they know where she was.
I'm going to ask Mark about this list.
Those water bottles raining down on everybody. I mean, it's just not right.
All right, Comrade, help me out with this. This was voted on or ran through EA Sports, toughest places to play. You played in some of these stadiums, so give us your intake on this. Let's start at number 10. No, I tell you what, we don't have enough time. Let's start at number 1. And I agree with this. At night, anyway, I don't see how anything would be tougher than playing in Baton Rouge on Saturday night. LSU Tiger Stadium comes in at number 1. Do we all agree with that, or we got some arguments with this one?
It's pretty hard.
Do what now?
Yeah, it's pretty good. But Gainesville in a night game, if you're at Florida State or somewhere like that, that's pretty bad.
All right.
That's hard.
Ben Hill Griffin came at number 7. LSU came at number 1. Brian, what'd you say?
I agree with LSU. It's the toughest environment I've seen.
Glenn?
Yeah, LSU. Just don't go up past Mikey the Tiger.
All right, number 2, I have no idea because but I've heard people, Jeremy Prison, I've heard people that have been there. They kind of agree with this. Buckeye Boys even said it. They do the whiteout. It's incredible. But Penn State came in at number 2. That's hard to believe, Penn State over some of these SEC stadiums, but I heard this good.
It's a pretty tough place to play. It's real loud, ton of people.
Glenn, what do you think, Comrade?
Yes. And there's 106,000 screaming Yankees. It's hard.
Glenn?
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all okay with it? Number 2. Okay. Yeah. Where's the SEC love? We got an SEC player not even fighting for us. Number 3. I don't know about this one. I've watched their games. They're used to winning. I'm going to say no on this one. But number 3, the Ohio State Buckeyes, Ohio State Stadium.
I don't agree either.
I don't.
The stadium is not terribly intimidating to me. The fact that you have to play Ohio State when you go there.
Yeah, playing their players. But I don't think it's that tough there. They're used to winning. They're like Alabama. They're quiet. I mean, they're used to winning.
I'll be honest, if it's not on this list, one that should, another intimidating environment, Oregon's is tough.
They're at number 9.
Yeah, there's a tough
9.
stadium.
Well, all right, number 4. Go ahead.
Conrad, I think was going to bring FSU can be pretty intimidating when they come out and throw the spear.
FSU came in 14th. Wow. 14th. All right, let's go to this one. Number 4. How much time we got? We got time? All right, number 4. You should know this one. And maybe it's because Kirby Smart's there now, but number 4, Georgia. Athens, Georgia. Is that?
It is now.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so,
There's
too.
no doubt about it.
It's tough.
We're going to find out this year. Bama goes in there this year.
The one time I was on the field there, we lost 47-0 So,
and
I would have to agree.
And they're on top of you. The stadium's close by. Alabama Stadium's kind of spread out.
Let me give you 2 real quick before your time's out. I don't know where they're on the list or not, but actually having been there and done that, is Auburn at night is unbelievably bad. And Clemson any time of the day.
Well, okay. All right. Number 6.
Clemson's very good.
4 was Georgia. 5 was Bryant-Denny. I'm telling you what, you go to a big game at night at Bryant-Denny, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Now, the other ones, not so much, but the big games, it's crazy. Clemson was number 6. And Auburn, I disagree with this. Auburn was 17th. There's no way in hell there's 16 other teams stadiums better than Auburn. So that place is crazy.
No. Yeah. But I have a little bit of a skewed opinion on that being that Georgia and Florida, the rivalry, the oldest matchup in the SEC.
Yeah.
That when we go in, whenever either team goes into other place, it's a madhouse.
If you've ever been to a game at Auburn, you know what we're talking about. That place is crazy.
And I've told you more than one time, the one that never gets the due that it should. It is a tough road environment. South Carolina Stadium is
Yes,
tough.
it is. South Carolina came in 16th. But anyway, all right, comrade, thanks for ruining the Alabama update. Appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful day.
Mission accomplished, he
We get
said.
back, we got FSU. But, seriously, it's hot, it's miserable. Go with Stevenson. Don't sit there and let your power bill go through the roof and you're not comfortable. Call a local company. Call Stevenson Air Conditioning. They'll come out. Jason and his crew come out. They'll do an incredible job. I can't say enough good things about them. That's the best thing I ever did was go with Stevenson Air Conditioning. Locals taking care of locals. That is Stevenson Air Conditioning. Another great man that's a local here, owns a business, Steve's Bike Shop on 23rd Street, serving Bay County since 1979. They got electric bikes. They got the standard bikes. They got it all. They work on them. They do everything. Steve's Bike Shop, #1. And Kyle Vandergriff just talked about Kyle, so I won't anymore. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Panhandle never stops. Turn to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast.
Up to the minute weather reports all day long.
A chance of thunderstorms and moderate rain.
In-depth storm coverage.
Winter Storm Enzo.
And breaking weather as it happens.
Hurricane Helene.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
We do have a tropical storm warning.
Rely on it.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Wednesday. A likelihood of thunderstorms and some sun this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze at 8 miles per hour coming out of the west-southwest and temps near 91. Tonight we will have a variety of partly cloudy skies and a likelihood of thunderstorms and be warm at 78. Numerous thunderstorms and moderate rain tomorrow and a high 87. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
No one wants to deal with a plumbing, electrical, or HVAC emergency. It's even worse when you're not sure what it'll cost, when it'll get fixed, or if someone's just selling you something. When you call Hiller, you can trust our experts to actually solve your home's problems quickly. And with true transparency pricing, you know the price you're told is the price you'll actually pay. Book online now at happyhiller.com. Happy you'll be, or the service is free.
I'm a happy-faced truck today.
Are you hungry for authentic Mexican cuisine? Then come to El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, where we serve up the freshest, most flavorful dishes on the beach. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, a great location, comfortable atmosphere, and happy hour from 3 to 7. Buy one, get one free, regular margaritas and 12-ounce house drafts. And you're going to love their lunch specials, Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Plus, live music Wednesdays and Saturdays starting at 5:30. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, Thomas Drive across from the Navy base.
And 10908 Front Beach Road.
The #1 SEC call-in show is now twice as big. It's double the Paul Feinbaum Show. Weeknights starting at 6.
Okay, but also go faster.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hey, Martha, Ken, Jana, all you Auburn Tigers, and there's a bunch of them in the Panhandle of Florida, I guarantee you that. War Eagle. Auburn Updates brought to you by Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. You want a great meal today, 10 wings inside. Head on down to Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. You will be glad you did. Love Pat Perno, the city commissioner down there does an incredible job. Check out Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. Auburn, their stadium came in at 17th. That's the most toughest place to play. That's a joke. It's got to be in the top 10. I would have it in the top 6. If you've ever been to a game, especially an Iron Bowl, a Georgia game, any game, really. I've been to Florida games there. The place is incredible. They got some of the best fans in college football. It's so loud, and the stadium's kind of really on top of you, too. I'll never forget the Iron Bowl. I think it was Cadillac Williams ran the opening kickoff back, and we were in the upper deck. And I thought the thing was going to fall apart. It was incredible. And I got hit in the head with the shaker so much it was unbelievable.
Shaker, ooh.
See, I agree. Auburn's a tough place. It's intimidating. Look, I haven't been there since they've added all their video stuff and the lights and all that. I never thought Bryant-Denny was intimidating, other than the fact you had to play Alabama. It just didn't strike me as like a fear stadium.
No, I'm telling you, it's different. Like LSU,
I believe it may be different now.
LSU, Tennessee, the big games, it's incredible. It's crazy.
It's loud. There's rabid fans, but
they play Southern Mississippi. You can,
I wouldn't have Bryant-Denny that high. That's just me.
Yeah.
I would definitely have Jeremy.
After being there, seeing it, I would. It's incredible. We got a caller. All right, Conrad, what do you want now? Hello, I'm sorry.
Truck City, Arizona. I'll tell you back Tyndall. What's up? I'm here to interrupt.
Hey, Conrad, how you doing, buddy?
Thank you, Coach Boone, for interrupting the Alabama update. Appreciate you, brother. Love you, man. Thank you.
Hey, Michigan, what are you doing?
Well, I'm going to work. Just dropped Eddie off at football, and now I'm at work.
What do you think about the toughest places to play? They had Michigan at number 10. I thought they should probably be about 20. What do you think?
They had Michigan at 10 to play. Night games are tough, man. Yeah, I mean, Michigan with they made it a lot better with stadium renovations, where it's a lot louder now because it's in a hole, right?
Right.
But before, you could hear a pin drop. You have 110,000 people in there, but you got the yuppies from Ann Arbor that just sitting there and biting their fingernails and doing their nails or whatever. Now they got the towers and all. It's a lot more ruckus place to play. A lot better.
And
than
be fair to those people. They're so used to winning, they just kind of expect it. And I think sometimes you get complacent when you're that way. You're not as loud. And
well, I'll tell you one thing. At least Michigan fans sell out against the directional schools like and SEC country. If you're not paying a big name school, you're not selling out. I'll tell you that.
Well, they're selling out. They're just not showing up.
Yeah, they sold their tickets to other people and everything else,
So anyway,
hey, don't you ever... Hey, wait a minute. Don't you come on this show. Hey, you're in the South. You're in the SEC country. We don't want to hear you bad-mouthing the SEC.
I'll badmouth who I want to badmouth.
You're a Big Ten
carpetbagger.
Yeah.
Carpetbagger.
Yeah, thank you, Brian. Big Ten homer.
Speaking of SEC and hometown, and you're talking baseball, Dr. Ward, congratulations to the son of a bitch no hitter. That's no small feat no matter what level you're at.
Good job, Jackson. Good job, Jackson.
That's awesome. So the Tigers are playing the A's up in Comerica Park, and actually there's a hometown product.
Jackson did pitch a no-hitter, Glenn. It was a no-hitter. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
That was cool.
Hey, what do you got
on FSU? You got anything on FSU?
Dude.
Don't interrupt me telling a story.
You ain't right.
Anyway, J.J. Blade, local product out of Mosley, won a state title, I believe, at Mosley. Won a College World Series against Michigan at Bandy, which the kids and I went out there to see him play. He's a big dude, but he plays for the Athletics now. Just saying. Local product. J.J. Blade. Just saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wouldn't interrupt you, and you're going to say that. That's pretty good.
You don't let me talk. That's why.
I can't. Hey, are you almost at work now?
I am at work.
Oh, okay. Well, why are you not working?
Your tax dollars at work.
dude, Uncle Sam gets their money back and then some, believe you me. 20-something years. If anything, Uncle Sam owes me. Anyway.
All right, we got to ask Glenn a question. You can listen and help out. Glenn, what do you got for us on FSU today?
Well, since we're on baseball, they have two guys now that are going to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. One is Gene Ammon. He played for the FSU 68 through 1970. His record was 31-2. In 1970, he was 15-0. And he holds the record there for the most wins as far as in a row, and his ERA was 1.43, and so the whole single season though that year it was 0.66, and he was in the third round, went to the Brewers, and he started in that season in 70 when he went to the Brewers. And the other one is Mike Lloyd, who was at FSU. Both of these are pitchers. 1983 to 1986, he was 86 Golden Spike Award winner, and he also was, of course, the best player in baseball. He holds a single season record for 20 wins, 233 strikeouts, innings pitched 164, and starts 24. And his career was 45-10, 417 strikeouts, 3.4 earned run average, and 395.2 innings pitched. He was a seventh-round choice for the Texas Rangers in 1986, and he started his major league career in '86. And both of those guys will be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Those are Lloyd is one of the ones that won the Golden Spike, J.D. Drew, and then Buster Posey. So, Lotus should have won it, but they gave it to the guy from Arkansas, even though he made a boo-boo and shouldn't have turned a double play, but we'll go into that somewhere else. But they will be inducted in Kansas. It will be in the 26th, February 20, in 2026 in February, and it will be at Overland Park, Kansas. So congratulations to them. And then football, we have 18 recruits that have committed for 2026. We are ranked number 9 for 2026. If we don't get some 5 stars, we probably won't hold our ranking in the top 10 for that. But what we have done, and they're still doing it, this is the last weekend before the dead period, but they flipped a guy from Auburn who was going to go to either Auburn or Alabama, the tight end Xavier Tiller. He is now a FSU commit. Of course, if they don't sign, wide receiver Devin Carter flips from Auburn back to FSU. He had gone from FSU to Auburn. He flips back. And then defensive back Jay Timmons flips from Indiana, and his dad, Lawrence Timmons, played linebacker at FSU 2004 2007 and played 11 years in the NFL with the Steelers. And Jacoby Green, 6'3", 335-pound. He's from Gadsden County, Gadsden County over there, right by Tallahassee. He flips from Mississippi State. Sorry there, Brian. And then we have quarterback Jaden O'Neal. He flips from Oklahoma to FSU. And then also a guy from South London, England, who actually now plays at Coral Gables. His name is Luke Francis. He's an offensive lineman, 6'5", 345 pounds. Good. So he's signed up for 2026. So those are what's going on right now, and hopefully we'll keep flipping them. So
keep flipping them pancakes, baby.
Yeah, it's okay. Mississippi State's got so many athletes. We can just send them wherever.
Well, all right.
Too, Castellano.
Can we finish worse than last?
We got Michigan with us right now. Right. Michigan, let me go to this list for you. You can agree or disagree. This is the top 25 toughest places to play. Coming at number 25, and when I played there, didn't even have end zones. Mississippi State is at number 25. Number 24, Michigan State. Number 23, Oklahoma State. Number 22, NC State. 21, Notre Dame. 20, Utah. 19, Iowa. 18, Washington. I heard it's tough at Washington. 17th, Auburn. No way is higher than that. 16th, South Carolina. I think should be higher. 15th, Wisconsin. 14th, FSU. 13th is Texas. 12th is Tennessee. 11th is Texas A&M. Number 10, Michigan. Number 19, Oregon. Number 8 is Oklahoma. Number 7 is Florida. Number 6 is Clemson. Number 5 is Alabama. Number 4 is Georgia. Number 3, Ohio State. Number 2, Penn State. And number 1, the toughest place to play, is at LSU. What say you, Michigan Eddie? Is this wrong or right?
Michigan State shouldn't be on the list. A bunch of couch burning, cow tipping, farm people shouldn't be on that list. Penn State, except for the whiteout, is overrated. Not intimidating at all. Ohio State not intimidating at all, except for their fans are a bunch of morons. If you're wearing Michigan gear, they're just.
Well, you guys own them anyway. You always beat them.
Our JV team owns Ohio State, so whatever. But South Carolina should be higher. I believe Auburn should be higher. Those are tough places. Like Tennessee. I mean, look what they did at Kiffin, throwing golf balls or marshmallows or whatever they did that one year.
Mustard, ketchup.
They would have thrown their teeth, but they didn't have any.
I mean, so I agree. Tennessee should be higher and all that. But I think Iowa. No, that's not a tough place to play, fan wise or whatever. Michigan just always has a tough time playing there for some reason. Back in the day, Coach Hayden Fry painted the visiting locker rooms pink, tried to intimidate the visiting team. I don't know if you know that story or not. The legendary coach at Iowa, he used to do that. They got jump around at Camp Randall. That's not really intimidating. Barry Alvarez put them back on the map, but they're falling back to where they should be. Mediocre at best. So I'm not really worried about Wisconsin. So anyway, I'm not really worried. It's Michigan or bust in the Big Ten, man, and then that's just facts, Jack.
You could put all the SECs in the top 20, every single one except for Vandy, maybe Missouri, but Ole Miss should be in there. You could take out all the Big Ten schools except for maybe Michigan and Ohio State, Penn State. They belong in there.
Mississippi State's intimidating because of the cowbell and all that, and that's a beautiful campus. I took Harris there for a soccer ID camp back in the day. That's a beautiful campus. I've been to Tuscaloosa, beautiful campus, but once you cross the tracks, Tuscaloosa is kind of rough now. It is kind of rough. And you warned me about Legion Field. I drove by there not knowing that it was in a bad neighborhood, But, hey, it was all good. We were playing football outside of Legion Field. No one bothered us. But, yeah, it is in a rough part of town. So
he did the Clark Griswold. Roll them up.
No, actually, next time you're there, it's a great place. Go and have a good time. I mean, just walk around, enjoy yourself, stay as long as you can, please.
And I voted for your show. Can I take my votes back?
Hey, listen, we got to take.
You were the one.
We got to take a break. We got Mark McLeod. Thank you for the call. We love you. God bless you. The people's caller, the one and only Michigan.
Get back to work.
Love you guys. Take care. Call me, Brian. I'm out. Coach Manley. See ya.
All right, see you, buddy.
All right, Beef O'Brady's Lindhaven. You want to have a great meal? Go to Beef O'Brady's Lindhaven today. 10 wings inside. Pat Perno, City Commissioner, incredible. And we're down there, Rockhead. Let's go to some jewelry. Let's go see Russ and Amber.
Let me ask you a question. Does the number 44 mean anything special to you?
Hank Aaron.
Yes, it sure does. 44 years. Yes, it does.
44 years. And David Adamson designer
David Adams.
jewelry,
They might.
does that ring a bell?
They might bill me a 44 something. I'm not sure.
There you go.
Where are they located?
They're 830 Highway 77 in Lynnhaven. David Adamson, designer jewelry. Get your jewelry inspected and cleaned for free.
If you love Mexican food, and who doesn't, it's right across the street from the Navy base. I tell you, David's done such a great job. They got to open a brand new one on Front Beach Road, 10908 Front Beach Road. Go check it out. You'll absolutely love it. The best happy hour anywhere. Buy one, get one free. Draft beer, margaritas, house wines. Go have a good time. Tell them Coach sent you. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Mark McLeod. When we get back.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Coach James Hale Show.
All state, all this, all that, and we didn't even know. Did you have any idea? Hey, Coop, did you have any idea at all you had won all that stuff when you were in here? Were you not shocked, Coop? I mean, you.
Oh, I love it. There you go.
You love it. Okay.
True Gator.
Yeah.
Weekday morning 7 to 9. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Now in stock at Tommy Otto's.
2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude. Luxury at a value price. $13,995 or a 2017 Hyundai Santa Fe Sport with one owner. Sporty and affordable. $11,995 at Tommy Otto's.
Buy here, pay here. Financing options available. Everyone is approved. Tommy Otto's, 2209 West 15th Street, Panama City. 850-960-8664. For the latest deals and specials, follow Tommy Otto's on Facebook. Add tag, tax, and title.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Ellis Agency Insurance has been serving Panama City and Bay County for years. They offer a full line of affordable insurance coverage of all types. Many people are attracted to Ellis Agency Insurance because of their friendly, knowledgeable staff. Call independent agent Johnny Ellis for a true comparison of your personal or business insurance. Ellis Agency Insurance at the Old Cullen Insurance location, 1134 Harrison Avenue, across from Dandy Donuts in Delhi. Call 763-1627.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Bonafide and qualified.
Live and local from the J. Michael Studio.
Certified.
From the Sports Talk Monster. ESPN Northwest Florida.
When you got 90,000 people all chomping at the same time.
The Florida Gator Update with guest Mark McLeod. Insider information you can't get anywhere else. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Go Gators! You wait for it all week. It's here. He is in town. Not. But he's on the airways. The guy's incredible. Locals going off and doing well. Mark McLeod is incredible. Mark, we got him on the phone right now. Mark, how are you doing, sir?
Hey, doing well, Coach. Good to be on with you guys. Even though I'm following the legendary Conrad Moon, I'm not bitter about it.
He just likes trying to intimidate people. I don't know. He's good. He's good at that. I don't know. Hey,
he's good. Hey, he's a great coach. He'll tell you. I met a guy years ago. He said he was. I think it was under when President Harding was in office. But he said he was a player under Conrad Moon, and he said he couldn't say enough great things about him. No, seriously, great coach, and he said you guys were pretty good too.
Well, every once in a while. We worked together for quite a few years.
Glenn is. I will say Glenn is. I know Glenn's good at everything he does. I'm going to ask you this. Yep. When do you go? When is SEC Media Days in Atlanta? Is it next week, 2 weeks? When is that?
2 weeks, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm going. It's it should be on the 11th. I think that's right. I'm right. I don't know. I'm more focused on kind of what's going on around the 4th of July than to be honest with you guys. But I believe. Let's see. No, it's not. Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
but you will be there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it is it's not the 11th, though. I said the 11th. It should be the 14th is when it starts, 14th through the 17th.
Now, do you like it better in Birmingham, Atlanta? Where do you like it at? Where would you love it to be?
Oh, wow, that's a great question. It's dated now because of the Winfrey Hotel and the mall and everything. It's all really dated. They really need an upgrade of the Winfrey.
Yeah.
But I love it in Birmingham, guys. I got to tell you, it's a bit of a long trip, but it's cheaper. It's just overall, it's just better. In Atlanta, things can be a little expensive. You got to park your car. That's the thing that got everybody, gets everybody when it goes to Atlanta, is because you got guys like some of the organizations I'm going to be helping out doing some stuff. Good grief, they're bringing 6 guys, and there's 6 of us, and 4 of us got to park, and you're like, you got to be kidding me. It's going to be, how much that's going to be, and the station owners don't like hearing that. So, it's just is much more expensive to go to Atlanta. Nashville wasn't so bad, but Atlanta, we've been in Atlanta twice now, and it's been expensive both times, and it's just really difficult because, you have some restaurants in and around the downtown area, to be sure, but not like you do in Nashville or even Birmingham.
Yeah, and the thing about Birmingham, everybody knows they've done it so long. They know the places to go, the places not to go. You know, it's tradition,
Sure.
which I'm with you. I wish they have it. And actually, it's in Hoover, not actually in Birmingham.
Which is better.
Yeah, I kind of wish it would stay there. But Atlanta, there's traffic. There's so many people, and that is it going to be at the same? Is it the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah. Everything's going to be hosted by the Hall of Fame, and that's what they're trying to do. That's the point of it, Coach. Just as you say, it's all affiliated with the Hall of Fame, and of course Chick-fil-A is a big advocate of that, and we know Chick-fil-A, big sponsor of Southeastern Conference football, really football across the country.
All right, I'm going to get your opinion on this. Oh no, I don't. I'm going to do baseball first. I want to talk baseball.
Never mind, we're not talking to you.
We're going to do baseball.
Let's talk Cottondale.
I kind of liked it because I was different than most people.
Boy,
when they threw Coastal Carolina's coach threw Coach Sullivan under the bus on national TV. If he would have done that, if a high school coach would have came to our school and chewed out the people that worked for me or with me or under me or whatever, I would have called him right then and said, don't ever do that again. If you have a problem, talk to me, and I'd have tried to solve the problem that way. I would have not gone on national TV and thrown the head baseball coach of Florida under the bus, even though what he did was wrong. I understand that. But now, let's go forward. He's in the biggest game of the year, the national championship game, the one he has to win, and he gets tossed in the first inning. So sometimes I don't feel that bad for him, even though I think they were wrong by throwing him out in the first inning, maybe. But what was your take on that? What did you think about him being tossed in the first inning? And go back to that. Let me ask you this, Mark. Would you have gone on national TV and thrown the Florida coach under the bus, or would you have done it privately?
I would have done it privately, probably. And, I think Sully would have done that, too. Now, Sully would have mentioned it. He would have mentioned it, but he wouldn't have gone as far as he did. But he chose to do that. And, look, we all know what he's doing. He's also protecting the people who are the higher-ups at the university and the locals, because, that game, Myrtle Beach. So, again, you can't you understand what he's doing, but I don't think he should have gone as far. As far as the CWS, I thought the umpire was a little quick on that. Yes, he was wrong. He knows he was wrong. The umpire should have jumped his butt and chased him right back to the dugout, and that should have been the end of it, with a warning saying, you do this again, you keep arguing balls and strikes, or whatever it may be, I'm done with you. And, that should have been the way it was handled, in my opinion. I think they pulled the trigger way too fast. I mean, it's the national championship game. Guys, we've seen a lot of situations in state championships, state semifinals, the college football playoff, a conference championship game where much worse is done, and they try to calm the situation and resolve it that way.
Well, what did you think? I kept saying, when we got destroyed in the regions, I said, hey, we're overrated just like football. We all know the Big Ten Conference is hands down the best conference in all of college football. They won 2 national championships. SEC is not even near the top. And then I was thinking the same thing is going to happen in baseball, but it didn't. We're not overrated because LSU saved us. They won the national championship. Basketball, we are the team in basketball. We dominate in basketball. I thought it was going to be Florida. I thought it was going to be Auburn. I thought it was going to be Alabama. And then the Florida Gators wins it all. And they're going to be really good again next year. But did we save face? I know you agree with me that the Big Ten is a lot better than us in football. So did we save our face in baseball, not being overrated?
Well, Michigan Eddie, I didn't know you took over the show, but
I wonder if he injured himself jumping off that bandwagon.
Seriously, he broke a leg jumping off that, like that guy in Panama City Beach who robbed the Waffle House. Yeah, we heard about that over in Gainesville. That was fun. But I think the SEC is fine. They just got whipped. You get there. I don't think they're overrated. I just think they got there, and there's some teams that just stepped up and beat them. That happens. Same thing happened in football.
The mid majors in sports like baseball and that, you can put together a pretty good team. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's it, Coach. That's the point. That's the whole point, Coach. Look, maybe stop piling on the SEC's over it. No, how about giving the credit where the credit's due to these teams that knock them off? That's what you need to be doing. That's what I look at typically. Now, there are times when an SEC team, they crap the bed and that's just the way it is, and they got beat because they crapped the bed. But no, typically, and we've seen this, and we saw this in football. We saw this in baseball. They just give the other team credit. That team's an awfully good baseball team, like Coastal Carolina, and they stepped up and they whipped you, and that's the way it is. So they deserve the credit.
That's being positive. That's being good.
That's true. That's being true.
Yeah, right.
That's true to the game.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, those coaches and those kids work their butts off, and you watch some of those games against SEC teams in the tournament, and certainly you go back to football and watch the same thing. Some of those bowl games. I mean, you're watching these games. That team's good. That team's well coached. That team, they're following instructions. They're doing exactly what the coaches have coached them up the last few weeks to do, and that's where, to me, where the credit deserves to go.
Yeah, and I did that for the Buckeye boys. I do believe top to bottom, I know for a fact top to bottom SEC football is still the best. Now the top, I am going to give them credit. They've won 2 national championships in a row. Hey, you're the king until we take it away from you. Mark.
The NFL boys would agree.
Yeah, we got to take a break. When we get back, I want to ask you, they ranked they had the rank of the dangerous towns, and Florida and Gainesville came in at number 1. I want your opinion on that when we get back. Florida Stadium, the toughest place to play. Florida came in, I think, at number 7, something like that. I thought that it would be higher than that. So we got some questions for you, and we just want your opinion on what you think. And the main one is it safe in Gainesville? And we get back, we'll hear that from Mark McLeod. He can straighten this rumor out one way or the other. But right now, let's talk about some of our great people like Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better? Jason Kovaleski can make it happen for you. The Buckeyes will be in here Friday. Looking forward to visiting with them. Also, get out to Newby's, 4 great locations. I didn't thank them for the FSU update, by the way. Newby's still on the curve. Watch all sporting events. Head down to the mothership. It's been 50 years they've been in business. Legendary place. Newbies, the best entertainment in the Southeast every Friday night, because that's what Charlotte wants, and she gets what she wants, believe me. We'll be right back. Mark McLeod, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Celebrating 2 years of broadcasting history.
I told you this would work.
It's the Best of Bay awarded Inside Drive on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Weekdays 11 to 1 with Ryan Mulvey.
I love it.
Covering the biggest stories, breaking news, the latest trades, and taking your calls. The Inside Drive is live and local middays from the Gulf Plus Studios.
Happy anniversary.
Becky was on roids.
On ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Wednesday. A likelihood of thunderstorms and some sun this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze at 8 miles per hour coming out of the west-southwest and temps near 91. Tonight we will have a variety of partly cloudy skies and a likelihood of thunderstorms and be warm at 78. Numerous thunderstorms and moderate rain tomorrow and a high 87. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting is a 5th-generation contracting company based right here out of Bay County. TK Vandy's expertise in commercial and residential roofing, as well as a design-build general contractor, set them aside as a versatile and fresh alternative to achieve your construction needs. Contact TK Vandy Roofing, 850-866-9908, or email support@tkvandy.com. They can't wait to help you.
Golf is a game game that should be fun. But to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
Celebrate the 4th of July now at Krispy Kreme Donuts with the Stars, Stripes, and Sweetness Donuts 4th of July collection. Krispy Kreme Donuts in front of HCA Hospital, 23rd Street, Panama City, and the Ross Clark Circle in Dothan. The 4th of July Stars, Stripes, and Sweetness collection. Available now only at Krispy Kreme Donuts since 1937. Krispy Kreme Donuts, where you get 'em hot.
He's a beacon of light to many and an inspiration to all.
These men need inspiration.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels studio.
They're motivated by Vicodin and road skank.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hey! Hey! And we're back with the great Mark McLeod. Mark, what's the best way people can follow you?
Add McLeod Live on X and Blitz Sports Radio. I think they're going to have some new stuff coming up this afternoon or first thing in the morning with some different things that we've done.
All right, Mark, we got this one particular article, and I apologize, I didn't write down who it was by, CBS, ESPN, or whatever, but it was kind of like the most dangerous college towns 2025 was the title, and they had the top two SEC schools. I'm trying to find my list right now. I lost it. But
That's
I was
just
shocked.
because they don't consider Montgomery a college town.
Yeah, I was shocked that the University of Alabama was number 2 in Tuscaloosa. Been to games there. I understand there's bad parts of Tuscaloosa, but then I was even more shocked when they said the number 1 dangerous college town was Gainesville, Florida. What's your take on that? What do you think? What are we missing?
Florida man is alive and well in Gainesville as well as every other Florida town. We can all agree with that. But yeah, I don't get it. I don't think it's a dangerous town whatsoever. I mean, you're talking about, good grief, 50,000 students from the University of Florida. You've got Santa Fe College, which is a big junior college there. So you have a lot of other students there. I just don't get it. I don't see maybe some theft here and there. There's certainly that going on, but I don't know. All the years I've been around Gainesville, I've never considered a dangerous town.
Yeah,
You think they conducted the survey when Aaron Hernandez and Cam Newton were in town? Is that what happened?
Danny Rolling?
They watch Netflix.
They went back to 90?
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, they had facts for it. I don't know. I don't understand it. All right, let's go to this. They rated the stadiums, and I'm telling you, I didn't agree with any of them. Well, I did some of them, but it should be all the SEC in them. With the top 10, Michigan, I wouldn't have them in there because it's not that loud. It's not that intimidating. They do win there, and that's the problem. They're used to winning. Number 9, Oregon, have no clue because I've never been to a game there. Number 8, Oklahoma, I've heard that's pretty good. But Florida at number 7, I thought it'd be higher there. If you've ever been to a Florida State game there or a big game, that place is crazy. 6 was Clemson. 5 was Alabama. 4 was Georgia. 3 was Ohio State. I definitely would have Ohio State 3. They're like Alabama fans. They're just used to winning. They don't get that pumped up. This is a big game. And number 2, Penn State. I did hear that's pretty cool. And number 1, LSU. Mark, I mean, you've been to all these different stadiums. What do you think the toughest? Just give us your 5 toughest places to play.
Man, you could go 1A, B, 2, C, D. LSU, Florida. I mean, Florida gets incredibly loud. It really does. LSU, the same thing, especially if it's a night game. You've got, and guys, I've never been to Georgia. I mean, I've been there, but not for a game. Been on the Athens campus, but not for a football game. But I've heard it's loud. Alabama is very loud. I was very impressed many years ago, and Alabama just simply wasn't given much credit.
Yeah.
Auburn, the same thing. So yeah, I think there are quite a few. Tennessee's loud, but not the loudest place I've ever been. Again, we talked about that last week, with there being over 102,000 or whatever it is, and really, maybe Michigan's the same thing. I had a buddy of mine who went to Michigan many years ago for a game. He said, you put your butt in the seat and you are squeezed right next to the next guy, and this guy's like 5'9", 170 pounds. And he said, they just squeezed him in there. He goes, but it was a great environment and a lot of fun, and I'm sure Michigan Eddie and everybody loves it, but.
Yeah, what about South Carolina?
That would be my top.
I've heard South Carolina's a good place to go. Yeah.
Very loud. The first time I went there, I guess the 90s, it was a night game, Florida, and they did a special event, like a whiteout of Florida or whatever it was, and it was incredible. It was really, I was very impressed. That was the first time I'd been to South Carolina after they joined the SEC, and I thought, wow, this is really impressive.
I didn't realize this, that the most watched basketball game, Florida-Houston, 18.1 million people watched it. That's crazy.
I know it.
I mean, that's
more than NBA.
Yeah.
That's the most watched. Go ahead.
I was curious, Mark. I was just reading this story about it. Now appears that the NCAA is headed toward a 76-team NCAA basketball tournament, and I guess what I'm wondering is, the more they expand, I know why they're doing it, it's money. The more they expand this, do you think we're going to start seeing, quote, load management in college basketball, to where a lot of these guys won't need to play some of these unnecessary games because the regular season barely means anything now?
Yeah, and that's the whole problem with it. You're going to go to, in football, 16-team playoff.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to lose some of these big regular season matchups that have been scheduled over the past, 5-8 years. We've really seen some schools do a good job, and Florida finally got on board with it about 3 years ago. So, yeah, we are. We're going to start losing. And guys, I don't want to see the NFL and the NBA come to college football. I don't think anybody wants to see that.
No.
But the commissioners seem to want to see that. Greg Sankey mentions all the time to us at SEC Media Days, the NFL model, excellent model to follow, and we some of us sit there in the audience, we just shake our heads going, don't follow it too closely. There are a few
they want the NFL money. That's what they want. Yeah. Hey, Mark, what about recruiting?
Exactly right.
Go talk about, didn't Florida getting some panhandle guys?
They are. Cottondale. How about you, Hornets?
There you go.
Raymond Collins, a wide receiver, 6'2". And guys, I love it when, I'm going to have to stay in the game a little bit longer because I want to cover this young man. He's a junior at Cottondale High School, wide receiver, and very highly regarded. Florida State, a lot of schools were on him, and I am just thrilled that he committed to the University of Florida. So good job, Cottondale. I want to get over there this year for a game. Well, guys, we got to go over there and see this young man play. I want to shoot some video of him and get it out there.
They scored some points this year, that's for sure.
You got some baseball players. We had the 4A District Player of the Year, the State Player of the Year on yesterday. Coop Moss is in Gainesville as we speak. Eli Blair is as we speak. They're down there. They're Gators. They're official Gators now. They're on campus. They're getting ready for baseball. What do you think next year? They were 15-15 SEC. What do you think about the baseball team going forward? Recruiting's going pretty well. They've done a good job getting guys in there. You think they'll be a lot better next year than they were this year, or what do you think?
I hope so. Yeah, they got a pitcher from Hawaii. They got about four other pitchers that they brought in from various schools. That's the key. As the last 2 years, it's been pitching that's been the problem, and that's O'Sullivan's forte. So, they this year they hit the ball well. 2 years ago, as we know, with Caglione and those other guys, they were just smashing it. Home run. And this year a little different, but they swung the bats well. They played good defense, 980 fielding percentage, 981, and but starting pitching has been the big problem because this year, guys, as you know, the midweek games Florida took control. They won most every one of the midweek games, but 2 years ago they did not.
Well, Mark, our time has run up. I want to thank you so much. I know you're busy. I appreciate you coming on. People really enjoy hearing from you up here in the Panhandle, Florida. And we'll be off next week, 4th of July week, and then we'll get you I'll get you on the phone because maybe we can get you hooked up with you while you're up in Atlanta. Let us know what's going on up there.
Okay, we'll see. Yeah, I got to look at the schedule. We'll see what's happening.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much, Mark. Appreciate you. They're great.
Thanks, guys. Always good to be on with you.
You're great, Mark McClay. He's incredible.
I'm going to give him directions to the Cottondale football stadium.
I tell you what, he's unbelievable. We're already out. We're gone. Thank you, guys. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Get to the red light at 2:31 and take a right.
and go.
Take a right.
Mornings on ESPN Northwest Florida just got unsportsmanlike.
The Kevin Durant situation in Houston feels a lot like the Aaron Rodgers situation with the Jets.
Oh, no.